Hello, and welcome to the Sci-Fi Christian. I'm Matt Anderson.
I'm Bono.
And today we're going to do a review on some graphic novels.
Yes, that we have been reading from the series Fables. We will be reviewing issue number 1 and issue number 2.
So Ben, I've heard of these and wanted to read them for a while, but wasn't really a priority. But then you read them first. Did you buy them or did you get them as a gift?
Well, I bought them. No, I got the first one as a gift for Christmas, and then I bought the second one.
Who got it for you?
Annie did.
Oh, good. What led to the purchase? What made you want to put kind of the pressure on reading them?
Well, I like graphic novels, and I've kind of been more into them lately, and I've heard this is just an awesome series. I like DC's Vertigo line that these are from, so...
Is that why is from? Why the Last Man?
Why the Last Man,
Vertigo?
Sandman.
I haven't read that.
That's a great series.
I read Why.
Yeah.
The Last Man.
So, I wanted to read these for a while, and I was not disappointed. Matt, you've read them more recently, so why don't you give us a... And you're more concerned about spoilers, so I know you won't give away anything too bad.
Oh yeah, this is important. No spoilers.
No spoilers. So you give us a summary of what's going on in these first two
I'm going to tell barely anything, but here it is.
The premise.
The premise is this. You know all the old fables and old nursery rhyme... nursery rhymes.
Snow White.
Even...
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yeah.
Little Red Riding Hood.
What if all those characters were actually real people?
Yes.
And what if they lived in a land that was different than us? Sort of a different universe, a parallel universe.
It's kind of a multi-universe.
It's a multiverse. Well, that's what happens in Fables. So this is what you found out really early in the show, or in the book. So it's a minor spoiler, but nothing really serious, because I hate spoilers, so don't worry.
If Matt Anderson can handle it, so can you.
Yeah, so... all of the Fables, that's what they call themselves, these different characters are called Fables. All the Fables are exiled to our world.
Yes.
By a bad guy. Which, I mean, that's all I'm going to say.
The adversary.
The bad guy is called the adversary, and no idea who it might be, but they sent, or he or she, the adversary, sent the Fables into exile, and they are now living in New York.
Yes, where they've set up shop and they have an underground community. The Fables who are able to pass as humans live in New York proper.
Yes.
The ones who are in more animal form live in Animal Farm.
Yes.
The farm, which is kind of in upstate New York. And I won't give any more info on that, but you do have to understand there's kind of that dynamic going on in these first two volumes.
I mean, that alone, that's something pretty interesting, is how these two different types of Fables interact.
Yes.
How the Fables interact with humans like us.
Yes.
And... and we're being teased with all these mysteries of what actually happened in the past. Why are they in exile? Who is this adversary? Why haven't they tried to go back to their world?
Yes. I gotta say, I really, really enjoyed these first two volumes.
I highly recommend this. I mean, and you have to read the second one, but I think as a whole I enjoyed this more, but maybe it might be because it was new, it was fresh, I was, intrigued by what exactly was happening. By the time we got to volume 2, I had a good idea of the world, and so, but they're both good.
I would rate this as 5 stars, and this is 4.5.
I would rate this as 5, and I would rate this as 3.5. Even though it's it's good.
That's low.
I know, you think my ratings are weird, but
I do.
Maybe I have just a different idea of what number it should be.
It's just because you're such a nice guy all the time?
Hold on, let me see here. Let me just flip through and remind myself of what happened.
Okay, well, I'm doing that. I'm going to share with you some of what I really loved about the first volume.
3.5.
The first volume, we are introduced to the character of Snow White, who's a main character, and she is loud and brash and foul-mouthed.
Are you going to tell all the characters?
Well, I don't think that's a spoiler. You meet Snow White in like the first 2 pages, dude.
Let me see. Okay.
I already spoiled it.
So Snow White. Anyways.
Snow White. And what really impressed me is that, that was kind of an interesting take on this character. It was unexpected. I was like, okay, yeah, we've got a R-rated version of Snow White. Big deal.
Oh yeah, that's important to say. Since we are the Sci-Fi Christian, there is language and some sexual references in here.
Yeah.
It's nothing like...
We're also a show for adults. So.
Right. It's not like comic nudity. It's just...
Well, wait till you get to volume 3.
What? Really? So Ben started reading volume 3, I have not.
Yes. And what really impressed me was the characterization of Snow White as the volume goes on, that you get a lot of emotional depth. She has a lot more range as a character than she seems to as first. So I really enjoyed the writing in this series for both volumes.
I liked it also.
Yes.
I don't really have anything else to say about it without spoiling.
We can't get too deep, but check it out. It's better than 3.5 stars.
I mean, it was good. I don't feel like 3.5 is low.
I feel like you're being harsh.
I don't feel like 3.5 is low.
It's 5.5 is like, eh.
4. Does that make it better?
4, yeah.
4.
I appreciate that.
There. 3,
Okay.
3.5 though.
But
so,
we probably won't come back for reviews of every single volume.
I don't think so.
But maybe we'll come back after we've read volume 10 or something, give you a halfway point.
Is that the halfway point?
I don't know. It's still ongoing.
I don't really know what else we could say about it without spoiling, so maybe...
We could do a spoiler review later.
Yeah, let's do a spoiler review later. So
once we get much farther.
That's all from here. I'm Matt Anderson.
I'm Bono. Check out Fables. Good stuff.
We are the Sci-Fi Christians, signing off.